Oh, come and talk to me. I really want to meet you, girl. I really want to know your name. Welcome to Intimate Conversations. This is episode 3. Intimate Conversations is, dialogue to bring people together to understand one another or break the gap or a breakdown between people. So, we always start off with what is your name and how old are you?
I am Shalamar and I am 42 years old. I just turned 42 on June the 22nd. So I'm a Cancer baby.
Birthday
So
just
yeah.
passed.
Mm-hmm.
Happy belated. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Uh, do you still have the knees? Do you have the mega knees?
Hands on my knees, shaking ass.
Do you feel? How do you feel?
What?
How do you
Uh
feel? Do you still feel young? How do you feel?
no. It looks good, but it's got some miles on it. Uh I have a bad back. I have, I get achy bones sometimes, but I know how to manage. I know how to work with it, I guess.
All right. I'm not mad at that. So, I want you to tell the people, uh, what is poor? What is POUR? What does that mean to you? What is poor?
Okay. So Pour is a business that I started in 2021. Pour stands for provide, offer, uplift, and rebuild, learning the importance of self-love. Um, Business kind of came about with me learning that I needed to pour into myself and I couldn't expect for anyone on the outside to give me something that I needed to give to myself. So I really got heavily into meditation. I got into crystals, saging. So I became like extremely spiritual because I believe being spiritual means that you need to be one with self. So yeah, I have a business, small business. I'm on Instagram under Pour Handcrafted Candles. So you can go there, you can order, I deliver, I ship, so
So,
Pour is my baby.
what are all the products that you're selling?
I sell sage, I sell manifestation candles, I sell eucalyptus and lavender bundles. I sell crystals. I sell kind of pretty much everything. Wax melts. My candles, though, I do have like 4 specific scents out. I have happiness and harmony, keep calm, yin and
Right.
yang, and abundance and prosperity. I am kind of in the midst of making a candle with the scent of oud. I'm trying to think of a name for it. I haven't really come up with one yet. But
Right.
in regards to my candles, I can pretty much mix any scent. I would just ask that you let me know exactly what you're looking for and allow me a little bit of time to kind of like mix and everything before I just throw you a scent that smells crazy. So,
Okay.
candles are peaceful. I like candles. I'm in my most peaceful state when I'm making candles. Like, it's the best part of me.
Right. All right. So I'll put the Instagram address, scrolling across the screen so y'all can follow her and grab a candle or two or some sage or
Yes,
whatever you need.
support.
Show some love, people. Show some love. Show some love. All right. Now I gotta dig into your shit a little bit.
Oh gosh. How
All
far?
right. We're gonna start off easy. We're gonna start off just the tip. We're gonna start off
Uh
easy. All right. All right. So,
okay.
recently you stopped smoking weed, right?
Puff, puff, give. Puff, puff, give.
Weed and cigarettes. I was
All right.
heavy on both.
Recently you stopped smoking weed and cigarettes. So what brought upon this change and how is that journey going? And did you stop cold turkey or did you have to wean yourself, off?
I want to say, okay, so for both, I've been smoking since I was like 21, 22. Got
Right.
really heavily into both. In reference to cigarettes, That is a very bad, nasty habit that smells really bad. Let those damn cigarettes go.
You smart, you loyal, you're grateful. I appreciate that. Go buy your mama a house. Go buy your whole family houses. Put this money in your savings account. Go spend some money for no reason. Come back and ask for more.
I think part of the reason why I wanted to stop them is because I hated the smell. I hated the taste. I hated having to always step to the side or step outside of everything that was going on to smoke. I didn't like the hold that cigarettes had on me.
Right.
So it was time. It was time. And I went cold turkey. I will be 7 months clean of cigarettes on as a matter of fact, today's the 29th.
Right.
I am 7 months clean of cigarettes today. So yeah, I went cold turkey. So yes, and I didn't never slip back or anything like that. Like cigarettes are done. Plus they're high as shit.
Facts.
Like I was trying to buy them all the way out in the county just to not have to pay $13-14. Like, yeah. So weed was always like my go-to, my always my like relaxer. And I started feeling like I was kind of like smoking weed, using it to sleep. And it just got boring to me. Weed got boring to me. Yes, I still drink my little drink and stuff, but weed and cigarettes, I can do without. But the journey is going good.
Yeah,
I put on a ton of damn weight. I let you know that you stop smoking cigarettes, you're going to put on some weight.
Right.
Yeah, I gained like 22 pounds so far. So yeah.
But I do want to say, I am actually proud of you for stopping.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I know I never lit up around you, did I?
No.
I did. I don't think you would have allowed it.
All right. So what is the most important thing to you in the world, or what do you value the most?
What do I value the most? Loyalty, honesty, and respect. I think my thing is that I kind of expect me from people a lot. And when I don't get that, it's a letdown. So I'm learning to allow for people to be who they are and just realize, what's worth my energy, my loyalty, my time, my love, my honesty, my respect, and what's not. Right. So, I'm big on those things.
So what does loyalty mean to you though? Like how does one break your how does one show you that they're loyal or that they're not loyal?
Well, I'll tell you this. Loyalty to me means no matter what's going on, you're always going to have my back. Right, wrong, or indifferent. Meaning, if I'm wrong, I need you to check me on my shit. If I'm right and I'm doing well, give me my flowers, applaud me, And if you can't give me those things all the time, then I don't even know if I can really, have you around. I don't know. It's just, I love consistency as well. Right. Like, so, be consistent with those things. You don't always, I know I'm not perfect. I don't expect for anyone else to be perfect. But I do expect for you to be you. You know what I mean? And stay loyal and true to that. I don't need anybody with a mask. I don't need you to, try to make me believe one thing when it's another. Just be you. And at the end of the day, if you're just you, I'm going to decide whether or not I want you around or not. You know what I mean? Right. And that goes for personal relationships, business relationships, friendships. That's up to me. Be you. Be you.
I'm not mad at that. All right. So I want to ask you, I know that you're a single mother, as a single mother, what do you teach or what do you tell your daughter about men? And are you aware, that she's watching you and she's watching, how you move?
All right. So, yes, I am a single mother. I have a 12-year-old daughter. And I am teaching my daughter to have zero expectations of people, right? I I'm teaching her that I'm trying to, because I know my daughter has seen some shit. I ain't perfect. You know what I mean? So I'm kind of like trying to clean up my stuff, but I'm trying to teach her that, a man is supposed to love you, is supposed to respect you, is supposed to honor you.
Right.
A lot of single mothers, they more so focus on trying to teach their daughters how to cope without a man and be okay without a man, opposed to knowing how to treat a good one when he's in your face.
Right.
So if I can show her that, opposed to telling her, then that's a good thing for me. My daughter does know that sometimes you have to love people from a distance.
Right.
And, you can't expect for someone to love you the same way that you love them. And I don't ever want you to pour so much and you feel so empty. Be big on reciprocation. And if that's not there for you, then you need to reevaluate the entire situation and figure out if that's something that you want to be in. My daughter said to me something, and it was so crazy. She's like, mommy, it just seems like sometimes they come fast and they go fast. Mommy, it just seems like sometimes they come fast and they go fast. And I'm like, oh, no, that's not what it is. That's not what it is. That's not what it is. I don't want you to look at it that way.
Right.
I don't want you to look at it that way. I want you to look at it like,
No. How did you feel when she said that?
that? Oh my gosh, she really want to know how I felt. Like, what the fuck's going on? Like,
Right.
am I making this a fucking revolving door? You
Right.
know what I mean? Because I try not to introduce her to everybody that I meet. She
Right.
hasn't seen me in an intimate setting with some of the people that she's met. You know what I mean? It could just be, this is a friend, but she's not really a baby anymore. So they kind of like know how to say, oh, they might be somebody that mommy's dating. So she's like, they come fast and they go fast. And I'm like, it's like, you like that car, and yeah, it looks pretty, and you heard all these good things about it, and you kind of like test it out a little bit. And those cars were not for me.
Right.
That's all. You know what I mean? So I try to teach her just not to have attachment issues, because I had major attachment issues. I'm sorry. I don't want to go off on a tangent.
No, you
I'm
good.
sorry. Let me stop.
You
That's
good.
too much, right? I'm sorry.
No,
Is
you
that too much?
good.
Okay.
You good.
Because
We can stay at
major
the
attachment
we
issues.
can
So I don't want her to have that. Like,
right. I'm gonna dig into those attachment things later. But the next question is, we'll play a quick little semi game of accountability.
okay.
So tell me one thing that you think men should be accountable for, and tell me one thing that you think women should be accountable for.
I think men. Let me not start off with men, because that's what most women do. That's so fucked up, right?
Yes.
That's so fucked up. So I think most women should be accountable for the fact that we always expect for a man to give us what we need and what we desire, and we fail to take into consideration what we need to be for a man. So we need to be more accountable for the fact that we're not always able, or we're not always willing to fulfill the needs and desires of a man, because we're so focused on our own.
Right.
So I think that we should
Say
take
that.
more
Say that.
accountability.
Hold on. Say that one more time. say that one more time for the people in the back.
Oh my God, no, they gonna hate me. Don't call me a bunch of bitches. I'm sorry. It's the truth. Like, I just think that we're always so focused on our own needs and what men should be doing for us, that we tend to forget that they're human as well. And yes, they may not be as openly emotional as we are, but they still desire, they still need, and we need to take more accountability on the fact that we lack in that area, women. We lack in giving them what they need, because we're so focused on what we need and what we want, what we
Oh
believe
my
we
God.
need.
I think we should end the interview right there. Because that was the greatest thing I ever heard in like the longest time.
It's the truth though. It's the truth.
Thanks.
It's the truth. It's the truth.
All right. So what do men need to work on being accountable for?
I think men need to be better listeners, right? So
Mhm.
let me give you an example. If I come to you and I tell you that I feel a way about something, I need for you to create a safe space for
Okay.
me to openly communicate with you about how I'm feeling, about what I may need, about what's bothering me. Sometimes when women come to men and we voice these things, instead of just listening, men have this thing where like they always try to fix it right away with words.
Right.
So if you guys can just be a little bit more accountable and saying that, maybe I don't listen as much as I should. Maybe
Right.
I don't, take into consideration the fact that sometimes she just needs for me to listen and for me to absorb, opposed to trying to battle with words. So just listen a little bit more, guys. That's all. We're
I'm
not
not mad
always
at
looking to fight. We're not always looking
you.
to argue. We just want that safe space. I know it can come across as naggy sometimes,
That,
but
that was actually my next question is how do you communicate, these things? How do you communicate, when you're feeling some kind of way? Are
oh my God,
you
I'm a talker.
that's what I mean. So is it like are you barraging with like the long ass text or like is this like a you waking somebody out of their sleep? How are you communicating, these issues?
You know what? And that's probably what I could work on. Like, because I'm gonna wake you up out your sleep. I'm gonna send these long ass
See.
texts. Like, I wanna talk. I wanna get it out. Like, I'm big on like communicating, and sometimes it could probably be a bit much, but it's only me trying to let you know. Like, when a woman stops communicating and she shuts down, there's an issue. But as
Right.
long as she's talking and
Right.
she's trying to let you know what's going on, how she's feeling, it means that she still cares.
Right.
So,
All right, so
create
let's
that safe
let's
space.
let's stay right there for a second. So if you shut down and you're no longer communicating, but then you see him trying, will you be open to it or will you just stay in that closed off space?
It depends. It
Okay.
depends. It depends. Like the type of person I am, don't leave me alone too long. Like,
Okay.
if I communicate with you and you kind of like back off and leave me alone for a while and ghost me, like I'm the wrong fucking person for that. If you go away too long and you don't attempt to try to fix men, figure out what we have going on within a certain amount of time, it's like, I don't know. I, I'm done, maybe.
I could dig it. Y'all, y'all,
I'm
y'all heard it.
done.
Y'all on a time
I'm
limit.
done.
y'all got
I'm
a
done. I'm
time
not
limit to
saying.
respond.
It depends. It depends on who you are. It depends on how you come back. It depends on what you're saying. Like, I don't know. It depends because I've had people try to come back and communicate, and then now I'm like, oh fuck out of here. It's too late. Like, how long you? Oh, I'm way past that now. Like, I'm good. How are you though? But I'm good. Or I'm not even responding at all. So yeah, I can get like that.
I could dig it. All
I'm
right, so
sorry. That's a bad thing.
no, it's just something that sometimes, both sides have to work on that patience. That's all. Sometimes, it might take him a minute to grasp, what your issue was. Sometimes he might not even know that the issue was that serious. So that's what I mean. There may be time in between that time that you're saying, you want him to respond or you want him to listen a certain way. There may be that time period that you just have to give somebody, some grace, to see if they can catch it.
Okay. I can respect that.
Right.
Don't take too much time.
All right.
I'm sorry.
I want to ask you, they say that women have this thing where when you see a guy or when you meet a guy, you automatically know if you would fuck this guy.
hmm
Is that a true statement?
It's a very fucking true statement. It's a very true
what is
statement.
that? Is that an energy or what is it?
I don't know. Like, it's a thing. You have to be a
Okay.
woman to understand it. Like,
Okay.
um, and it's just because we say I'm gonna fuck this guy doesn't mean that it happens. Sometimes we say to ourselves, I would
Right.
fuck
That's what
the
I
shit
mean.
out of this guy. Like,
What do
I
guys
don't
do?
know. It's just you gotta have it. Some
Right.
men have it, some men don't.
It's a 3:15, girl. What's it gonna be? Shorty got eyes on me.
Right.
You know, like
And
I don't know.
what do a guy do to turn that off? Like you would have gave him some, but then
Talk
he
too
said
fucking
something
much.
to
Talk
you.
too fucking much. I don't like a man that talks too much. Can I get a word in edgewise? You will talk yourself right out of these drawers. I promise you.
Yo, you want a guy to communicate, but
Right,
then
but not
he's
too
talking
much.
too much.
I'm just
Where
saying, not too much. Don't talk your way out the drawers.
I
You know,
can't.
sometimes it's okay. Just be quiet just a little bit. Like, you know,
I
you don't need to
can't.
talk yourself out of it.
What is happening, people? All
I
right.
want you to talk yourself out of the drawers.
Yeah, I've seen people do it though. I know exactly what you mean because I've seen guys do
Yes.
it, and I just want to give the guys a little lesson here. Sometimes it is more valuable to just shut up and let her speak. In that way, you won't talk yourself out of the draws. Like sometimes you
Please
just gotta
don't.
shut up, let her speak,
Please.
let her run the show. Because if it's coming to you, it's coming to you.
Yeah, a
You
little
ain't gotta
bit.
do too
Yeah.
much.
Not too much.
Yeah, you ain't gotta do too much.
Not too much.
All right, let me see where we at, man. All right, how do you know when you like somebody? Like how do you know that you want this to be, your person? Because I feel like, a lot of times women meet guys and then they like them and then they start fucking and then boom, that switch go off and then they already have it in their mind like we got these two kids, the little dog, the picket fence. They got the names picked out, everything be like situated just off that first initial I like them and I want them. So how do you know when you like somebody and you want to go there, like you want them to be your person?
If you hit this twice, we go together.
I can't. I can't.
No, I don't know. You know why? Because I like to say that the men that I've dated, I saw potential in all of them.
Right.
So I've probably always been that person that, if I dated you and we had something, especially it got to sex, then I saw more than just, that intimate moment.
Right.
So I am that woman that in the back of my mind, I'm like, oh, okay, like we going places, we doing things, like we can be together because I don't just have casual sex. Like,
But do you feel like women jump that hurdle of making this a relationship or thinking or even wanting it to be a relationship without even having a conversation?
I think we do, especially when we get to a certain age. Certain women, when we get to a certain age, we have like that clock thing, and like we feel like, um, us single women, a lot of us single women, we feel like by now we should, if not be in something stable, then married and have that whole uh marriage thing, that whole little picture perfect life in reference to a partner. So I think sometimes when we do get to a certain age, we kind of rush things a little bit more, because I've even said to myself, like, damn girl, when you were like 20, 25, like, you didn't care about all of that. But I noticed that the older that I've gotten, I kind of like, I desire that with almost anybody that I choose to give my time to.
Right.
So yeah, I could say sometimes we move a little too fast. Yeah, we visualize things a little bit too fast.
Right. So
The
my question.
illusion, we get caught up in it.
So let's stay right there for a second. So my question is, when you get caught up in it, or when can you even see that you're jumping the gun, or you caught up in it, you can't even see it?
Me myself personally, I've seen that I'm caught up in it and I'm jumping, but I've said to myself, okay, I'm going to take this leap and we're gonna see how it
All
works
right.
out.
So now when we take this leap, right? Why not? Why is this not the time to have the conversation with the person?
Well, see, let me tell you this.
Mm.
We're going to solidify what we have, right? I want to do that. I want. Now, there's been moments and times that I haven't, and I've assumed that you know what's going on here, right?
Assumptions. Watch the words. Watch the words.
It's fucked up, right? But it's the truth. Like when
Right.
you assume you make an ass out of yourself and the other person. I know that, right? But I've come to this place where like I don't want to believe that I'm in something and I'm not.
Right.
You know, so I want to have a conversation about what we are, where we're going, what we're doing. You know, it's not really good to assume that you have something with somebody because you could be all in and somebody else could be all out. You know what I
Right.
mean? So you want to make sure that you're on the same page
Right.
with the person that you're dealing with, because the last thing you want to do is be dating somebody that's not dating you, or committed or loyal to somebody that had no idea that they were in a relationship with you.
Facts.
That's not good.
Facts. Y'all ladies gotta chill.
Sometimes, you know, just let them know.
I'm gonna say that maybe some guys do this as well, but take your time, people, and you know, sometimes you know you don't want to seem like is we just fucking, but it's also times when you want to enjoy the moment and you know let things progress naturally.
Right. This is
All right,
true.
let me see where we at, man. All right, so I've heard, you know, women say that a lot of things that men say to them cut a little deeper. So I want to ask you, what is the worst thing a man has ever said to you? And did that hurt more than anything he's ever done to you physically?
The worst thing a man has ever said to me.
Yes, it's intimate conversations, people. What's up?
I know I'm trying to like, you know, because some shit has been said to me.
That's what I'm
But I'm
saying.
trying to figure out like the worst thing that has ever been said to me. I'm trying to think of something that may have pierced like really, really fucking deep, but I don't know. All right. So I won't say this pierced really deep, but this is very triggering for me.
Okay.
I have an issue when men have told me that I'm too rough. Like I'm not dainty enough. I'm not
What does
feminine
that
enough,
mean?
right? Right. That I operate in my masculine energy too much. And I'm a woman. Like, yeah, I'm dainty, I'm feminine, I'm all of that. But you know, if the time calls and I don't need to do all those things, then I'm not.
Right.
As far as the physical part, did those words hurt more than the physical? Probably.
Okay.
Probably. Because I think I've heard more than one man say it to me.
Right.
And I haven't, you know, been hurt in a physical way a lot of times, multiple
So has
times.
anybody ever broken that down to you? Have they ever said you're too aggressive in this area, or I don't like when you do X, Y, and Z? Have they even explained what they mean by that?
Well, I had someone break it down to me and say, you know, they feel like I operate in my masculine energy because I'm like a single mom and, you know, I'm used to leading my household.
Right.
So I don't really know how to allow for a man to be a man.
Right.
But that triggered me and I didn't want to hear that shit.
Right.
You know, I didn't want to hear that shit.
How did you handle it though? How did you handle it when it was said to you?
I'm probably bugged. Not bugged to the extent that I could have.
Right.
But my whole thing is like, I may be one of the nicest, sweetest people that you may ever meet.
Right.
It's when you think that you're mind fucking me, where I go into a completely different mode. Like,
okay.
That does not sit right with me. I don't like for people to attempt to, men, women, anybody, don't try to manipulate me. You know, other than that, I can be dainty and feminine and all of those things. But if you You need somebody to cuss like a sailor? I can do that too.
All right. So what is your biggest bug out action? Is it just a curse out or have you broken shit?
Oh, I'm 42 years old. Years ago, I've broken shit. Today, I would probably hurt you with words.
Okay.
Real big words that you probably would need to Google the meaning of. And then I would step off on you.
Okay.
You know, like, I think that hurts more now. I don't have time to be breaking things and stuff. I don't have time for that. Because I don't want you to break my shit. Don't touch my shit. I'm not touching your shit. Don't touch my shit. Yeah, don't touch my shit. I work too hard for my shit.
Please don't touch my shit.
Please don't touch my shit.
Thanks. Please don't touch my shit, people. All right. We're gonna step into the red area for a second. What do you think men do wrong in the bedroom in intimate moments?
In the bedroom and intimate moments, what do men do wrong? Can I speak just for myself personally?
Facts.
Okay. My biggest pet peeve is a man who believes he's good at performing oral sex. And you're gonna let me know before we even get to that moment. I'm gonna tear you up. I'm gonna eat this, and then when you get there, I'm trying to figure out what the fuck you're doing.
So what is the main thing they do wrong? During oral sex.
I don't want you to stick your tongue in my vaginal hole. That is a problem. The most stimulation comes from the clitoris. Can you please stay there? Please attempt to massively attack that. I don't need you to screw me with a tongue. I don't feel anything. I don't like that.
Okay.
I don't like that at all. I don't like that.
All right.
I don't like that.
Is that the only thing? That's the only thing?
That I'm not big on, like, don't try to put like your finger in my ass. Like, I'm not like, you can like rub it a little bit, but like if you like put your finger in there, I'm probably like completely turned off. Like, I don't like that. I don't like that either.
A finger in the ass is the number one deal breaker and the number one, like, we done fucking.
Yeah, you put your finger in my ass, it's probably gonna like break off in there, and I'm done. I'm getting up. I don't because I don't need you to like do anything to that unless you're like licking that. I don't need you to put anything in there, like, and I don't. Yeah, that's not good for me. I'm sweating now just thinking about that. I don't like that.
No fingers in the ass. No fingers in the ass for her.
Please, no, not for me. Like you can like that a little bit, like, but don't put anything in there.
Okay.
I don't like that.
All right. Would you rather give or receive oral, and which one has more power?
So they're equal for me. I can't answer that and say that I would rather like give or receive, right? Because I love receiving, but I completely enjoy giving. I think the power of being able to suck a dick is like, like, men, y'all can eat pussy all day, but like if you're a woman that really knows how to perform oral sex on a man, like, baby, listen, you got it. And if you're a swallower, girl, you ace in the hole, boo. Learn to swallow, ladies. It's not bad. It's really not bad for you. Learn to swallow. It's okay. It's really not that bad. I'm a woman. I don't think women should spit. So if it's in your mouth, go ahead and swallow it. But if you can, if you're really good at that, then more power to you. But I love driving a man crazy. I want to know that, like, I got you like all the way. So yeah, I want to do both. I want you to do me too. But
shout out to both.
I want you to do me too.
Yeah,
shout out to both.
Shout out to both. Shout out to both. Shout out to both. All right. So, what would be your favorite position, and what is your favorite time of the day for it?
Time of the day. I really probably don't have time for sex during the day. Like my day is like filled with so much. But I'm somebody that goes to sleep like at a certain time of the night. So I suggest you catch me between the hours of like 8 and 11. I mean, I'll push myself to stay up for you.
Right.
But it's best that you catch me between those hours, or you do something to try to keep me up. Like I suggest you keep talking or something like that, because I will fall asleep. My favorite position. I definitely love writing. I love writing.
Are you a lazy rider, or are you on your
No,
heels
I'm not.
rider?
Yeah, I'm on my heels. Like, just give me a little leverage, like behind you or something, just because I need a little leverage. I need to put this weight like somewhere, so if I can have like a headboard or something to hold on to, that's like completely perfect. Outside of that, I would say like doggy style.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's nice.
And what's a fantasy you want to try?
A fantasy I'd like to try. Um, I don't really want to say it's a fantasy, but it is something different. That I'd like to try. I would like to be tied up. Um, um, I don't mind a little bit of BDSM. The sodomy part, you can kick the S out, because I took kick the S out, kick
Right.
the S out. But yeah, I don't
So
mind
just
being.
BD. So just BDM. just BDM, people. Just BDM.
Yeah, like I don't mind being like kind of like tortured. Um, I would love that. I would love to be blindfolded, tied up. I would love to be like hog tied. And for you to like, I can't see anything that's going on.
Right.
Um, I don't mind a man having complete like power and control over my body. Like, so if I can find somebody that's like, not really find somebody, I'm sorry, guys, I'm not looking for anybody. But if I had the not looking for anybody, but if I had the opportunity to do that, that would be perfect. Along with the swing. I've been dying to try like this swing thing. I haven't done that. But yeah, those are two things that I'd like to check off my bucket list, my sex bucket list.
All right. So just generally speaking, what percentage of the guys that you've been with have gotten you to the mountaintop?
Mm, wow, not a lot.
Not a lot. All the ladies say not a lot, fellas. We gotta do better. Fellas, we gotta do better.
Yeah, y'all
See,
gotta do better.
this is the problem with that. Y'all don't know that, we don't know that we have to do better if y'all don't tell us that we
No,
have
but
to
we don't
do
want to
better.
hurt your feelings.
No, you just gotta do it subtly. So it's like, don't just say, don't just roll over like, damn nigga, that's it. No, that ain't the way to tell them.
Yeah,
That
you
ain't
know
the way to
what? I'm
tell
gonna
them.
tell you this. I think sometimes men get so caught up with your actual performance,
Right,
with what you're doing,
right,
that sometimes you guys don't forget that, we exist too, and we'd
right.
like to
So
arrive as well.
right. So as men, men are just, mainly focusing on their, pounding or their in and out or whatever they're trying to do to get their nut off. But this thing is what's gonna help y'all ladies a lot. All y'all have to do is have conversations about the things that you like when you're not having sex.
Right.
If you have conversations before or even sometimes during sex, you can tell him the kind of things that you like, or you could say, yeah, right there, hold his head, whatever it may be. There's
Hopefully they're receptive though, like,
right.
because
No,
sometimes y'all get so caught up in the moment, you know what I mean? Like,
that's
if
what
I
I
say
mean.
right there and I keep your head right there, that's what I mean. Like, don't move. Like, I don't care what you think you're done doing. You're
Right.
not.
Right. That's what I mean. You have to know your person. So if you know
Right.
that your person is not like a he can't hear you in those kind of moments. You have to have those conversations before sex. So
Right.
these are the times where you have to talk to him, before sex, and just have conversations about sex. Y'all can have conversations about going out to dinner. We can have conversations about the kids. You're grown enough where you should be having conversations about sex as well.
I agree.
And that's only going to make things better for both parties.
I agree.
Right.
Are you sure like that's not a sensitive like topic for you
It
guys?
can be
I'm just
sensitive
asking.
how y'all
Like, do I have
deliver
to
it.
present it a certain way in order for
Right.
you not to take it away?
No,
Like, hey babe,
no, that depends on your person. Like, see, I'm not a person who's sensitive to words. So you could be like, no, nigga, I'm not finished. And that wouldn't hurt my feelings. But that's just me. Another nigga, that might hurt his feelings.
okay, so then that comes with knowing your person, like you
Right.
said. Okay.
Right. You just have to know how to talk to your person. That comes
Okay.
with constant communication, with your people. Have some communication. And that's my last and final question. I think I'm going to make this the last question on every episode. I want to ask you, what is the communication breakdown or barrier, or what is the problem why men and women are butting heads?
There's a power struggle, I think. Everyone's listening to respond opposed to listening to understand, right? Both parties are so focused on getting their point across that no one is actually listening to what the other person is saying. So we really need to learn again, to take a step back and first learn how to effectively communicate. If you effectively communicate, meaning we don't need to argue in order to get our points across. We don't need to verbally attack in order to get our points across. We can have a conversation. We can have a disagreement and it not be a war of words or a battle. So we need to learn to create spaces for both parties to openly communicate about how they feel, about what may be going on. And then we need to learn to come together and attempt to fix a problem opposed to,
All right, I got a question in this scenario that you're speaking of.
Okay.
So say, this is a thing that I see a lot of women do. A guy might be saying something like, yo, I don't like your fucking hair like that. It looks stupid. And a lot of females' response is going to be, well, other niggas like it.
I ain't saying that shit.
Are you doing
That's
it for
horrible.
other guys, or are you
Yeah,
trying
like
to?
who's saying that?
I promise you, a lot of women will say to their guy, other niggas like it. I promise you.
Oh, that's crazy. That's I don't know who she is or where they are.
I promise you.
I'm not saying that, but I'm probably saying like, well, what is it about it that you don't like? Like, you help me out. Like, what's going on with it? I wouldn't say to my man, other niggas like it. Like, what? I'm not saying that.
I promise y'all, ladies, this is a real thing.
I'm not saying that.
Yeah, don't say that. That's not a
good idea. Don't say that. That is definitely not a good idea. I would definitely not say that. But I am trying to get to the bottom of why you don't like it. What is it about this style that you don't like? And next time, maybe if you pay for that shit, then it's like, no, okay.
no, you could throw that in there. You could throw that in there. But
pay for that shit next time, it might look a little different.
Right.
But I wouldn't say other than
a lot of guys have certain preferences. I'll give this tidbit to y'all ladies. A lot of guys have certain preferences. Like, I'm a ponytail braids kind of person. Some other guys like, the long, what do they call that? Like, just like the long leg.
Those
shit.
Weaves.
Yeah, they're like the long weave shit. Like, certain guys have certain
those frontals and shit.
Right.
Okay.
So certain guys have certain preferences, and you should know what your guy's preference is. And I'm not saying that you gotta wear your hair like that every time, but you should know what he likes.
Right, I get it. So he should. It should be vice versa as well, right?
Facts.
Because like, don't come around me with your fucking beard cut off and all of that. Don't come around me. If your beard is going gray, embrace that shit. Don't start that dyeing shit. Don't start that using that black pencil with the line in your shit. You got more makeup in your medicine cabinet than I do. I can't deal with that. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm big on beards. I don't care what you got going on with your hair. Like, I don't need a man with braids and all that, but I'm good with a bald head. I'm good with locks. I'm good with a little cut. I'm good with all of that. But I'm big on a beard. And I need for you to keep that together. Like, please keep that together. Don't go doing crazy stuff. Don't go giving yourself a chin strap. And I can't deal with that stuff. Like, maintain.
I can't.
Go ahead and maintain that full beard, because if you come in with that beard messed up or dyed up, I'm probably going to say, what the fuck is going on? I don't like it.
I want to say that I do have a little issue with this, and my only issue with this is if you have a man that has a beard and you love that he has a full beard, show him some attention to his full beard. Play in his beard, you know, rub it a little bit, sit on his face or something, you know, show some attention.
That's how he got it.
Right.
I sat there.
I
started it.
Yeah, show some attention to the area if you like it. Is what I'm saying, people.
I agree.
But this is Intimate Conversations, episode 3. Can you give the Instagram handle again? The Poor Instagram handle.
It is Poor
and I'll put it on the screen.
It's Poor Handcrafted Candles. I think that's what it is. Yeah, it is at Poor Handcrafted Candles. I'm on Instagram. Like I said, you can reach out to me anytime. I deliver, I ship, and come allow for me to pour into you just a little bit. Get you some. Just a little bit.
All right, thanks again for coming on. Make sure everybody like and share the video. Put your comments. Let us know your thoughts. Subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. And we'll be back with another episode of Intimate Conversation soon. We don't know who we're going to see on the hot seat next. Are you scared, ladies? What are we doing? Let's get
Don't be scared.
Let's talk about it.
Don't be scared. Night.
We out of here.
Oh, come and talk to me. I really want to meet you, girl.